Long ago, before wolves spoke the language of dreams and shadows danced around the fires of the gods, there was a place called Roondo, a lost valley on the border of the worlds. It was neither a land of men nor spirits, but something in between. Roondo was the heart of the paths, from which the threads of destiny spread. And there it was that Vandiel dwelt, a guardian spirit, once a man who gave his body to protect the balance between the worlds. He was the first to bear the mark that would later become tattoo on the guardian's arm. The mark consisted of an inner star representing the interconnected fates of the human world and the otherworldly. Its 5 points symbolized the 5 paths of Roondo, the path of blood, dreams, hunger, shadow, and truth. And around that star, a runic circle which contains the name Vandiel Roondos, written in the old language of the paths. The inscription acts as a seal protecting the soul of the bearer, but also binding him with an oath. Vandiel Roondos, the guardian of the paths, protector of the innocent, the first to bear the mark of the 5 paths. His story is one of sacrifice and duty, of protecting the balance between the worlds. He is said to have lived in a time when the veil between the worlds was thin, when spirits and humans walked together, and when the forces of darkness sought to tear down the paths and plunge the world into chaos. As the story goes, Vandiel was once a man who volunteered for a great task. He offered himself to be the first guardian of the paths, a role that required him to dwell in the liminal space between the worlds, forever protecting the balance. In exchange for his service, he was granted immortality, or so he thought. In truth, his fate was far more grim. As the first guardian, he was tasked with containing the darkness that threatened to consume the world. But in doing so, he became trapped in the very thing he sought to prevent. For the darkness he fought only made him stronger, granting him powers beyond his wildest dreams. At the same time, it twisted his form and corrupted his soul, turning him into the very thing he had sworn to destroy. And so he became known as Vandiel, the corrupted, a being of immense power, yet eternal sorrow, cursed to wander the paths forevermore. Some say he still walks the borderlands, a warning to those who would follow in his footsteps. Others say he has become one with the darkness, his spirit long forgotten. But there are some who believe that the story of Vandiel is not one of defeat, but of sacrifice, that he gave up his humanity not out of fear, but out of love for the world. They say that deep in the heart of Roondos, where the veil between the worlds is thinnest, you can still hear the echo of his footsteps, a reminder that even in the darkest of times, there is always hope.